Hello, dear students and parents. This is Ms. Rabia Atif. I'm going to deliver a lesson of class 6. This is the continuation of the lesson The Golden Crab that we already did. The first part is already published. The Golden Crab chapter is in the literature book Oxford Reading Circle book 6, pages 37 till 42. Before beginning the second part of the chapter, I would like to give a review of the Golden Crab. Once there was a fisherman who had a wife and 3 sons. He daily used to go for fishing, and whatever the fishes he caught, he sold it to the king's palace. One day he caught a golden crab. It was really different. It was shining brightly, and he caught the golden crab and put it separately from the other fishes. He put it separately. When he came home, he put that crab on the cupboard, and then on the cupboard the crab started talking. While his wife was cleaning the fishes, she heard a voice, and when she went near to the cupboard, she saw the crab talking to her. She got very much surprised. When the fishermen came home, they had dinner. While they were having their dinner, they again heard a voice, and again that crab was talking to them, and that crab was saying that he needs some food to eat. Again they got very much surprised, and they wondered about how the crab was talking. But even then they gave some food to the crab. After having the food, when the fisherman went to the crab to take his plate back, he found that the plate was full of gold. They again got very much happy and surprised. Soon the fisherman became so much fond of the crab that he was very much interested in it that he kept him in his home. One day the crab started talking to the fisherman's wife, and he asked her to go to the king and ask the hand of the younger daughter of the king for the marriage with the crab. The fisherman's wife went to the king and told him that the crab wanted to marry the younger daughter. The king was very much surprised, and he also laughed that how the crab was asking the hand of his daughter for the marriage. But even then he laughed, and he came to know that the crab was actually not a crab. He might be a prince or a king of some other country. So he said that I were not going to give the hand of my daughter to the crab very easily. He had to do some challenges. So he asked the woman to go and tell the crab that I want a huge wall in front of my palace in the morning. That wall must be filled with the blooming flowers from all over the world. The fisherman's wife went home and told all that what the king said, and the crab gave her a rod and asked her to go and strike the rod 3 times in front of the king's palace, and the wall would be there. In the morning, when king woke up, he saw a huge wall standing in front of the palace, and that wall was filled with the blooming flowers that were from all over the world. Again, when that fisherman's wife went to the king to tell him that we have done the challenge, the crab has already stood the wall in front of your palace. The king said, okay, it was only the first challenge. I would like to give one more challenge to the crab, that I want a beautiful garden in front of my palace, and in that garden I want 3 fountains, and those 3 fountains would be spraying the gold and the diamonds and brilliance out of them. The fisherman's wife again went to the crab, and the crab again told her to go and strike the rod 3 times in the garden in the front of the palace, and there would be 3 fountains over there. In the morning, when the king woke up, he saw a beautiful garden with 3 fountains which he asked for. Each fountain was giving or spraying the gold, the brilliance, and the diamonds, and he became very happy, and he was ready to give his daughter's hand to the crab, and the marriage was set for the very next day. He told the fisherman's wife that go, and the marriage is going to held the very next day of the day when he found the fountains in the garden. When the crab heard the news that the king was ready to give his daughter's hand in marriage to the crab, he told the fisherman to go to certain mountain and strike the same rod 3 times, and a man would come over there. And when the man appeared from the mountain, see, this fisherman gone to the certain mountain which the crab showed him, and the fisherman strike that rod 3 times on the mountain, and a man appeared. And the crab told him that when the man appeared, tell him that the king has sent the fisherman and ask him to bring the royal garments. And that man who was came out of that mountain gave the garments to the fisherman. The crab took those garments and the pillow, the golden pillow also he asked for. So he used the pillow for himself and the garment for himself, and he gave few of them to the princess as well, the younger daughter of the king. When they were alone, the marriage was held, and when they were alone in the room, the crab told his princess that actually he was not a crab. He was a beautiful young prince who actually in the morning becomes a crab, and at night he turned into a beautiful, handsome youth. So that princess got very much surprised, but it was true. So at night, that crab became a handsome youth, and the princess was very happy. While in the morning, when the morning came back, that prince again went back into the shell. The royal family was very much surprised, or they were very much they were having problem that either our daughter is happy with the crab or not. They wanted to find it out. They spied it several times. They tried to find out either she is happy or either she wants to live with the crab anymore or not. But they did not find any reason. Every time when they asked their daughter, either she wanted to live with the crab or not. And every time she replied the same, that she is very happy with the crab. So one day, when the queen and the king were trying to find out the prince for their younger daughter, because they thought of it that the younger daughter was not happy with the crab. So what they did, they asked many princes to come for a tournament. So the same thing was told by the princess to the crab. The crab heard all that and asked the princess to go in the garden and take the same rod and strike the garden gate 3 times. And he told her that if she would strike the garden with the rod 3 times, a man would appear. And when the man would appear, the princess had to ask him to bring the silver apple and the horse that was belonging to the crab, and the garment for the crab and his armor also. So the princess went to the garden. He struck the garden gate 3 times with the rod, and a man appeared, and the princess told him to please bring the crab's garment, the crab's armor, the crab's silver apple, and the crab's steed. Steed is a horse that was used by the prince for the riding. The man that appeared at the garden gate brought the armor, the silver apple, and the steed, the riding horse of the prince, to the princess. She took those 3 things to the prince. The reality of the prince or the crab was that in the morning he turns into a crab, and at night he becomes a handsome youth. So the last time we read up till here. Now we are going to start reading from page number 37, the last paragraph. Before reading or before sharing the further story, I would like to share the vocabulary words that are new for you. The meanings are given on the opposite side. Just have a look at it. Number 1 is tournament. That means a contest. Number 2, betray, which means expose someone to danger, or this simply means to cheat someone. Number 3, galloped. Galloped is actually the sound of a horse's hooves. When a horse walks, the sound that is made by his hooves is called galloped. Number 4 is passion. Passion means strong emotion, that we want something very extremely. Again, I would like to tell the page number, that is page 37, the last paragraph. The princess went with her sisters to the window and looked on at the tournament. Now, the tournament that was arranged by the king so that the princes from all over the world come to the tournament, and if their daughter would like any of the prince, so they could get again remarry her. But she was not interested in it. Even then, they got ready for the tournament. The crab also became ready for the tournament to go, and because all the princes were there, so they had to fight for it. Okay, again I am going to read. The princess went with her sisters to the window and looked on at the tournament. Presently her husband rode by and threw apple up to her. She caught it in her hand and went with it to her room. Her father was much surprised that she did not seem to care about any of the princes. He therefore arranged a second tournament. Actually, that tournament is to meant for the princess to select a new prince for herself. But as the crab told the princess that she had to stay in the window with her sisters, and the crab would come riding a horse and threw the silver apple to her. And he also told her that she is not going to reveal who that prince was. He told her that if anybody asks why that prince had thrown an apple to you, then tell them that you do not know anything. So the same thing the princess did. When the tournament started, the prince also was there on the horse, and he threw the apple towards her in the window. And when the apple was thrown to her, she took the apple and ran back to her room. They all were very much surprised, but the princess was not very much fond of any of the prince, so her father arranged another tournament so that she could again select a prince for herself. The crab then gave his wife the same directions. I am on page number 38 now. The crab then gave his wife the same directions as before, only this time the apple which she received from the servant was of gold. But before the prince went to the tournament, he said to his wife, "Now I know you will betray me today." But she promised that she would not tell who he was. He then repeated his warning and went away. In the evening, while the princess with her mother and sisters was standing at the window, the prince suddenly galloped past on his steed and threw her the golden apple. Now in these two paragraphs we see that crab again gave the same warnings to his wife and asked her again to go in the garden and strike the rod 3 times, and this time instead of silver apple, the princess got the golden apple. And that crab again in the next tournament, he threw that golden apple towards the princess in the window, and the sisters and the mother of the princess got very much surprised that why this princess is not selecting this prince who is daily throwing an apple to her. Let's see some more vocabulary words. It's on page number 38. Exclaimed means cry out suddenly. Number 2, bitterly, which means in an angry way. If you get very much angry, this means you are bitter. Number 3 is stream, which means small river. Number 4, staircase, which means set of stairs. Number 5, descended, which means drop or fall. Page number 38. Then her mother flew into a passion, shook the princess and shouted, "Does not even that prince please you, you fool?" The princess in her fright exclaimed, "That is the crab himself." We are on page number 38, the last lines. The upper part of the slide shows page 38, the last lines. In these last lines we see that the mother of that means the queen, got very much angry on her daughter, and she said, "This prince is daily throwing an apple towards you. Won't you like this prince?" And that princess got very much troubled because of her mother, and instead of not telling her, she shouted and she said, "That is the crab himself." Now as the crab said, the princess revealed who that prince was. Page number 39 I am going to begin. Her mother was very angry because she had not been told. She ran into her daughter's room where the crab shell was still lying, took it up and threw it into the fire. Then the poor princess cried bitterly, but it was of no use. Her husband did not come back. Now, what her mother did, she got very much angry. She went into the room and she burnt the crab shell. Actually, she did not do it for intentionally for something evil, but she did it because she did not wanted the prince to go back into the crab shell again. So what she did, she burnt the crab shell. But as the crab told his wife that if somebody did so ever, it will bring evil to them. Page number 39, second paragraph. Now, we must leave the princess and turn to the other peoples in the story. One day, an old man went to a stream to dip in a crust of bread, which he was going to eat, when a dog came out of the water, snatched the bread from his hand, and ran away. The old man ran after him, but the dog reached a door, pushed it open, and ran in, with the old man following him. Now we are leaving the story of a princess aside. One day an old man, he was standing beside the stream and he dipped a crust of bread which he was going to eat. A dog came out of the water and he snatched the bread from his hand and he started running towards a place. That old man also followed him. He did not overtake the dog but found himself above a staircase. This means the dog disappeared and he did not find him anywhere, but he found a staircase which he descended. Then he saw before him a stately palace, and on entering he found in a large hall a table set for 12 peoples. He heard a great noise and hid himself behind a great picture so that he might see what would happen. He trembled with fear. When he took courage to look out from behind the picture, he saw 12 eagles flying in. Now while he was following the dog, he reached a palace, and that palace had got a huge hall, and in that hall a table was set. It might be for the lunch or for the dinner, and it was set for 12 people. He heard a great noise and he got very much frightened, and he hid behind a picture so that he could find out what actually was happening. And after some time 12 eagles flew and they came towards the palace. At this sight, his fear became still greater. The eagles flew to a fountain that was there and bathed themselves, when suddenly they were changed into 12 handsome youths. Now they seated themselves at the table, and one of them took up a cup and said, "A health to my father," and another said, "A health to my mother," and so the healths went round. Then one of them said, "A health to my dearest lady, long may she live and well, but a curse on the cruel mother that burnt my golden shell." This all was listened by the man who was following the dog, and what he listened actually was all those 12 eagles turned into handsome youths, and they all sat down on the table to have some food. While they were having food, they all took their cup, and turn by turn they started giving well wishes for their father and mother. And one of them said that he wanted a health for his dearest lady. This all was heard by that old man who was following the dog. And so saying, he wept bitterly, while that one of the eagle who became a handsome youth, he started weeping while he was asking good wishes for his lady. Then the youths rose from the table, went back to the great stone fountain, turned themselves into eagles again, and flew away. Then the old man went home. Soon after he heard that the princess was ill, and that the only thing that did her good was having stories told to her. He therefore went to the royal castle, obtained permission to visit the princess, and told her about the strange things he had seen in the underground palace. Now next what happened, when he heard and watched all that, all those 12 princes again turned into eagles and they flew away. The old man went home and he heard a news that the princess was very ill because she was missing her husband very much, who did not return. And while the people were told that if the princess would be told good stories, she would become better. This old man who experienced the eagles, he also went to the palace and asked them that let me tell the stories to the princess so that she could become to health again. Some new vocabulary words. Number 1, palace, which means castle, where the king and queens live. Number 2, certainly, which means surely. Number 3, advised, acting in a way that would be recommended. This is way, acting in a way. The W is missing from here, you can add it. Number 4, recognized, which means identify. Number 5, curse, which means evil eye or evil words. Number 6, enchanted, which means placed under a spell. Number 7, vexed, which means disputed. Number 8, ceased, which means stop. No sooner had he finished than the princess asked him whatever he could find the way to that palace. Yes, he answered, certainly. Oh, please take me there at once, she pleaded. The old man did so, and when they came to the palace, they hid her behind the great picture, and he advised her to keep quite still. Presently the eagles came flying in and changed themselves into young men, and in a moment the princess recognized her husband amongst them all and tried to come out of her hiding place. But the old men held her back. The youths seated themselves at the tables, and now the prince said again, when it was his turn to speak, "A health to my dearest lady, long may she live and well, but a curse on the cruel mother that burnt my golden shell." Now the princess, who heard the story from the old man, she asked him to take her that place, and when they both went, they both reached the place where those eagles became youths. They all saw the same scene again. And when that prince, the one prince who was the princess' husband, she recognized him already, and she wanted to meet him, but the old man held her back not to meet him yet. So when they started wishing for their families, again the princess' husband said, "A health to my dearest lady, long may she live and well, but a curse on the cruel mother that burnt my golden shell." The princess became very much surprised, and she could not hold any longer. I'm reading again from the page. Then the princess could hold back no longer. She ran forward and threw her arms round her husband. He was very happy to see her. And when the prince saw that the princess came after him, and she has, after all, she got him, so he became very happy. "Do you remember how I told you that day that you would betray me?" he said. "Now you see that I spoke the truth. But all that bad time is past. Though I must still remain enchanted for 3 months, will you stay here with me till that time is over?" Now, in this paragraph, the prince reminded her that he already had told her that she is going to betray him that time. And he said, now 3 months still are left for me to be enchanted. Enchanted means to be under spell. So he asked her if she could stay there with him for 3 months to be over. So the princess stayed with him and said to the old man, "Go back to the castle and tell my parents that I am staying here." The old man went to the castle and told the parents that the princess is staying with the crab for 3 months more, and after the 3 months the enchantness, or you can say the magic spell, got over from the crab, and he totally turned into a handsome youth forever. Last paragraph of this lesson is, her parents were very much vexed when the old man came back and told them this. But after the 3 months of the prince's enchantment were over, he ceased to be an eagle and became once more a man. They returned home together, and then they lived happily ever after. This means after 3 months, the prince again became a handsome prince forever, and he is not going to turn into an eagle or any crab again. And now when they came back home to the parents of the princess, they started living happily ever after. Now the prince would be no more eagle, the prince would be no more crab. This is what all the story is about. Now comes the time for the homework or the home task. Question number 1. Why do you think the king set up these challenges for the crab? The challenges given by the king to the crab, why do you think he set them? Question number 2. What would have happened had the princess not revealed the crab's identity? If the princess would not have revealed the crab's identity, this means that the prince was a crab. So what would have happened? Question number 3. Did the princess mother do the right thing by throwing the crab shell into the fire? You have to give your own answer. Either you think the princess mother did the right thing by throwing the crab shell into the fire or not. The note, do all the work in your literature copy. Marks will be given to you. Thank you. God bless you all.